Let me take you on this journey of vegetable soup without water leaves. Please stay tuned if you want to see how I did it. The soup came out really delicious. As always, you start off by washing your proteins properly. Any protein will be okay for the soup. Wash thoroughly and add to the pot. Add cow skin if you so wish. Okay, season it up with your best seasoning. Stir together to combine. Add your onions. Cover it to cook with its own juice for 10 minutes before you add water to cook the meat until it's 80% done. Remove and set it aside. While the meat was cooking, I washed thoroughly the vegetable and I cut to my preferred size, and then I set it aside. This is also the dry fish I'll be using for the soup. This is after the meat was 70% done, right? I washed thoroughly the dry fish and then I added it and I will stir together to combine. Add a bit of water, okay, to enable the fish cook through with the rest of the protein. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you stopping by. Okay, this is a place for you. And for my old subscribers, you know that I appreciate you a whole lot. Okay, now after the proteins were properly cooked, I removed and in the same pot, I added palm oil. When it became hot, I sauteed onions until it became fragrant. I added pepper as you see me do, and I will stir and allow the pepper with the onions to fry together into the oil. I then went ahead to introduce crayfish. I will allow those crayfish fry into the oil as well before I introduce periwinkle. You can decide to use the unshelled or the deshelled periwinkle. Anyone, it's okay. All right. After I added the periwinkle, I stirred and covered it to allow the periwinkle soak in the sauce of the soup before I introduce back the proteins. And then I will stir together to combine, cover and allow it to cook until the sauce is thickened up. After I had stirred properly to combine, I will be adding a leftover dried chicken. Okay, and then I will stir everything together, cover and allow it to cook until it's thickened up as I said. This is the vegetable I'll be using for the soup and it's a whole lot. I'll be adding salt to it, okay, and I will turn it together to make sure that the salt is well distributed. Let me know in the comment section what the salt would do to that vegetable. I went back to the pot. The soup is cooking pretty well. All right, I'll stir together to combine and check if the consistency is okay for the soup. As you can see here, it has thickened up and this is the perfect consistency. Then I'll go ahead to introduce the vegetable. All right, the salt I added to the vegetable enabled it to relax and to release the excess water it has, and I squeezed out the water before adding this vegetable into the soup. After adding the vegetable, I introduce a bit of onions and then I will stir together to combine everything. If you don't like onions, please do away with it. At this point, you stir or you can decide to cover the pot and allow it to wilt a little bit before you stir. And here I added a bit of oil and I will stir together to combine. I covered it for 2 minutes to enable the heat to get to the vegetable. And when I opened up, I added more crayfish and I will stir together to combine. At this point, the aroma in my kitchen was something else, and I bet you that the soup came out really delicious. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be making this vegetable soup in your next cooking period. All right, I don't like covering my soup, especially when I blanch it with salt, okay, because the salt will just reduce it and it's already soft. I just add it and I keep stirring, and here the soup is almost ready. Just keep stirring, or you can decide to cover it for 2 to 3 minutes and your soup is ready. You can pair with any swallow of choice. All right, you can. This soup is pretty delicious, just everything in one. And I bet you when you try the soup, you will not regret it. Okay, now after stirring, one hack I will give to you to always keep your vegetable fresh is that after cooking, you immediately remove the soup. Okay, add to a bowl and then add it into another bowl that contains water. Okay, you can also decide to add ice into it, okay, to enable the cooking process to calm down, and it's ready. If you haven't subscribed up until this time, it will be nice you hit the subscribe button and also turn on your bell notification. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next one, do have a pleasant day. Bye bye.